Hello everyone, this is XXXKruszakus and welcome to my first ever video tutorial on how to play Gunner. A lot of you have been asking me to show you how to play Gunner properly because, many of you are considering me somewhat of a Battlefield Heroes legend and one of the best gunners in the entire world. So, since you are so supportive, since this community is so amazing since it consists of so many great people, especially on the forums, I've been kinda like, just overlooking the forums, and recently I've been on the forums and I decided that it is a great place and a lot of great people are there, and probably there's a lot of newcomers on the forums and people who simply who simply don't know too much about the game, and I thought what better way to repay for all of these amazing years of Battlefield Heroes and than to just simply make a video tutorial and help other inferior players compared to me, obviously, just simply excel at the game and become as great as I am at it. So that's why I'm recording this tutorial. Initially I wanted to create a new hero and basically enter the store and discuss every weapon possible, but I'm just gonna point out a couple of examples of weapons I don't think are so good, and I'm gonna just go straight to the weapons which I think in the current meta game are the best for the gunner. So without any further ado, let's get on with the tutorial. Here is my hero. It's XXXKruszakus, and this is my General C gunner. I am, by the way, the first person ever to have double General Cs, so that's kinda part of the reason why I'm so legendary, but that is beside the point. Listen, I have a lot of outfits. If you are wondering why I have so many outfits, it's pretty simple. Outfits are very important. They are a part of a very meticulously prepared strategic plan for your in-game behavior, because people are attracted towards people who are rocking great outfits, and you are getting more heals. People are following you all the time, and it is a very important part of your strategy. But obviously we are gonna concentrate on the weapons themselves, and maybe I'm gonna discuss the importance of the outfits once we get in-game, okay? But so for now, let's just say it is good to have a good outfit, and as you can see, I am looking swell. I am looking really great right now. This golden mask, my beret, everything is just looking really cool. I look really slick and I look kind of badass. So obviously once I get in the game, people will be following me. People will be asking me to add them because I look so great, and well, yeah, that is part of the strategy, but that is not important right now. Let's get on to the weapons. Okay, this is my weaponry. Over the course of 3 years of playing Battlefield Heroes, when I started playing Battlefield Heroes in 2010, there weren't too many weapons, just simple weapons, just simple non-supers and supers divided into 3 categories. Weapons were short-range weapons, mid-range weapons, and long-range weapons. And obviously you have shotguns, machine guns. Machine guns are obviously most important for the gunner, and they are very specific to this class. They are specific only for this class. No other class can use the machine gun. Obviously you have some other things like the pirate pistol, the only pistol for the gunner. Very interesting weapon. Basically you can just snipe your enemy. You become a gunner sniper. If you are interested in that, you can play like this. Obviously it has been nerfed ever since, but it's still extremely powerful. So if you want to be a gunner sniper, you can consider it, and this is a very viable pick for your gunner if you want to take out enemies at longer ranges. And anyway, over the course of the past few years, I've been playing with many different weapons, and one of them is the Cheeser. Basically, those are the first 2 weapons that I purchased back in 2010, and to be honest with you, they are not very good. Listen, they are the cheapest weapons possible right now. Actually, it's Bernie's Dapper Bone Chewer, and those are like the cheapest possible weapons in the entire game, and sadly, they are not performing very well. The damage output is pretty low, they are not very accurate, they don't look good, and well, to be honest with you, I think they are kind of underpowered, and the only way to make them work is to get super versions of them. You know, basically, if you get the super cheeser, it's much stronger than the regular cheeser, and obviously if it is in the deal of the day and it has like gold workbench in it, I have like an additional machine gun built in the super cheeser, so basically I have two machine guns in one. Then you can basically just destroy everyone, okay? But the regular cheeser, I don't think it is so good, and I mean it's only my personal opinion. You might not agree with me, but I don't think that the regular weapons are too good. Mid-range weapons are most of the time just complete garbage, and they are starter weapons for people who don't have money and just want to be introduced in the game. But it's pretty obvious that you have to buy to play. Okay, you have to buy something pretty nice to play this game. These are the weapons which you don't want. You don't want any mid-range weapon in the game. It has to be long range and short range. And as I said, the super cheeser, the super weapons are basically one of your choices. If you want to roll with the classic weapons, so to speak, but because these are strengthened versions of the originals back from 2010, back from the closed beta. They are very strong, but only in super versions and only with the workbench upgrades. I don't have a workbench upgrade on my M249 because, well, quite frankly, this is why I'm gonna explain to you. This is something I'm gonna explain to you in a while. I don't have an upgrade on my M249 because well, over the course of the last 2 years I've discovered better weapons than these two, a much better combo, and I'm gonna explain exactly which one it is in a second. But I'm just gonna get oh yeah, before I get to the explosives, obviously dual long range shotguns. If you are gonna play shotguns, don't play the short range shotgun, don't play the mid range shotgun, don't play a regular long range shotgun, just play dual long range shotguns. If you want to play shotguns, remember, always dual long range shotguns, the only way to go. It is a pretty hard setup to master. But if you want to play shotguns, dual long range all the way. It is very like fair. I think it is a fair use of the shotguns, because well, shotguns are very inaccurate, and you just basically make up for the fact that they are kind of inaccurate, and well, basically you are making them kind of okay. They are still kind of underpowered, but I think we are underpowered because you don't have frenzy fire, so you cannot heal yourself. But anyway, machine guns. I'm gonna get to it in a second. But obviously explosives. You have a couple of different explosive weapons. TNT, your starter weapon, is completely useless. You have to ditch it as fast as you possibly can. If you are running on a tight budget, okay, then you might consider buying the Dapper Tank Buster with Valor points. But you know, Dapper Tank Buster, it doesn't really deal much damage towards infantry. It's very inaccurate, and the bullet, okay, or the missile, has very slow speed, so it's kind of hard to hit anything. But you know, if you are running on a tight budget, you might consider buying it. I have a super tank buster, only, you know, to show it as an example, but it's not the best weapon possible. Without a doubt, the best weapon you can possibly choose against infantry is the Dragon's Fire. It has 2 bullets, so 1 more bullet than the tank buster, and it deals much more damage against infantry. I have the Azure Dragon Fire from back in the day when it was introduced. Everyone was having so much fun with Dragon Fire. We were really like happy with the game. I mean, it was more overpowered than it is right now. It's still very strong, but back then I was getting like triple ballistics every round. It was amazing. The game was so great back then. It's too bad that they nerfed this weapon, but it's still very strong. So in my opinion, this is the best way to go. Obviously, you guys are gonna be like, but Kruszakus, it doesn't damage tanks too much. Yeah, you can take the tank buster to play against tanks, but at the same time, you know, you can take widget tanks or widget helicopters and basically straight up own every tank user. So you really don't need the RPG, to be honest with you. Just buy the pocket tank, okay. Just buy as many pocket tanks as you possibly can, and trust me, that is enough. That is enough to pawn every tank abuser in the game, okay? And you can tank abuse yourself if you feel like it, but obviously, if you don't need the RPG, you just need the Dragonfire against infantry. It's really great, okay? The machine guns, okay, listen, the reason I'm saying that the cheesers, the mid-range machine guns and the long-range machine guns are not so good anymore, it's because a couple of years ago, Easy have introduced these two weapons, okay, the laser and the snowblower, so to speak. The laser, this is your main weapon, okay? This is a hidden beast, okay? It has such an insane rate of fire that even though it was nerfed recently, it still has an amazing ability to basically heal you all the time. And your main source of damage obviously will be the Dragonfire, but this is your basically your healing body. This is your best resort if you want to stay healthy all the time, if you want your hit points to be maxed out all the time, and it is a great weapon. It is a great weapon, and even though it was nerfed recently, they still didn't nerf it in a right way, so it's incredibly overpowered, and it's just a great choice for you if you want to play this game and pawn at it, okay? And obviously the Colin Schooler, it is a short-range machine gun, very short-range machine gun, and it has possibly the fastest rate of fire and the biggest damage. So basically you can drop down your enemy in like a second. It's incredibly overpowered, and it slows down the enemy. Every speed buff your enemy has on him, it gets cancelled right away. Okay, just right off the bat, it's cancelled. Okay, it's gone. He's slowed down, and it's really easy to kill your enemy. So it is great. It is absolutely great, and I think these are the two best weapons for the current meta game. And obviously, as far as the explosives go, Dragonfire or Drakefire in terms of in case of nationals, the best weapons in the entire game. Okay, abilities. Okay. We've covered the weapons, okay, let's get on with the abilities. Obviously, the most important one is Frenzy Fire. Every fourth hit, it heals you for a certain amount of your hit points. At level 5, it's 8%, so if you have 150 hit points, it's gonna heal you for 12 hit points. That is a lot, and because of the fact that both of these weapons are have very fast rate of fire, as you can see, very fast, okay, they gonna become hidden beasts, so you can basically stay at full health or simply out-sustain your enemy all the time. So Frenzy Fire is the most important one. Hero Shield, it is basically a useless ability. Just you know, if I can actually, I ditch this ability and I don't even have it on my equipment bar. Simply I'm swapping it to something else. But I'm gonna get to it in a while when I'm gonna cover widgets. Explosive Cake, okay. If you want to wreak some havoc, certainly explosive cakes. These are the most important ones. One of the most important abilities for the gunner, because you are basically just, you know, spamming them every 12 seconds, and it has a huge explosion radius. It slows down your enemies, and it is a really badass ability. So yeah, definitely explosive cake. You know, level it up as fast as you possibly can, and leg it, because you just have to chase down your enemies. You have to get back, especially you know, if you are winning, it's good to get back to the enemy spawn and just keep killing them all the time and easily win your rounds in the war room. Yeah, and so like it's definitely very useful. It's grenades, you know, it's basically completely useless. I think there is no point of keeping any ability points in it. I mean, you can keep one, but since the recent grenade spam nerf, grenade spam doesn't deal too much damage. Besides, this ability just has a huge cooldown, and it's not very useful. So don't put any ability points in it. And that's it. Frenzy Fire at level 5, max it out as fast as you possibly can. Then get some Legit and get some Explosive Keg. Probably in that order. Okay, Frenzy Fire, then some Legit, then some Explosive Kegs. You can swap you can swap priorities between Explosive Keg and the Legit. One of these abilities, I would most likely get the Keg because it deals more damage and you're gonna get more points. Yeah, probably the Explosive Keg is more important. And obviously, Hero Shield and iod grenades, quite useless, so don't even bother. Okay, and obviously let's get on with the widgets. Okay, listen. There are a couple of widgets which are very important. First of all, Jack's Detonating Brew. Okay, for the Royal, just simply Pirate Keg, as most people call it. Even though the Explosive Keg is very strong, this is just great. This is just absolutely amazing, and you have to use it. You have to use it because it is outstanding. You're gonna basically destroy everyone in the game with it. You're gonna destroy everyone. Combined with the Explosive Keg, you can just simply one-shot everyone. You can just spoil games, and it sets enemies on fire. Okay, it sets enemies on fire. So it's kind of like Blasting Strike, for the soldier, because it basically just pushes the enemies, smashes them against the walls. Then it has a cool explosion effect, so it's kind of like the Explosive Keg, and it sets the enemies on fire like burning bullets for your soldier. Okay, so it is really good. So I have to say, you have to buy it. You have to buy it. And as I said, the pocket tank for vehicle maps, definitely very useful, because you're not gonna be dealing with the tanks with your dragon fire. Although you can burn down tanks with your Omega Beamer and its alt fire. It's best to just simply have pocket tanks equipped, and always just try to get in the tank. You can get some wrenches, but wow, it's not very useful because you cannot really wrench up mid-fight, so it's best to just summon another tank once your tank gets destroyed. And anyway, as far as the Hero Shield, as I said, it's completely useless. To me, it's completely useless. It's only gonna boost your hit points for 30. Okay, and this Terrific Health Tonic. It gives you 50 hit points instantly, and it's not bugged as the Hero Shield. So you just remove the Hero Shield and swap it with 4 tonics, and that is basically your full setup for your gunner. Okay, Colin Schooler for short range encounters, slows down enemies, keeps them in place so you can kill them easily, has a huge damage output. Omega Beamer is just amazing in almost every range. It's really overpowered. And you can mow down everyone with it. Dragonfire, to camp a little bit, it is a long-range weapon. It deals insane damage. It basically pops up your enemies, and they cannot do anything. I have inbuilt ammo clip extension, so I have 3 bullets in it. I can basically spam it all the time. You can stay at your own spawn and just spam it all the time, and you're gonna get just an insane amount of points. So it is really good weapon. It is a really good weapon, so definitely you have to pick it. Okay, definitely do it. And obviously, as far as abilities, as I said, I have already covered it. Frenzy Fire, the Keg, and the Legit. That's all you need. And obviously widgets, Pirate Keg, tonics, bandages, because as soon as you drop at about 100 hit points, you have to heal up, and Supreme Bandage, it kind of keeps you that way. And obviously, if you encounter any tank noobs, the Pocket Tank serves very well. Obviously, and if you don't want the Pocket Tank, you can have the Pocket Helicopter and deal with tanks and infantry in a similar fashion, but it's even more overpowered. But I don't really have it right now because I cannot fly it. I'm not as good, and yeah. And obviously, If you are in the store, you can buy Sarge's Stamina Boost, and it gets you extra 10 hit points. So it's very good. It's very good because then instead of 150 hit points, you have 160 hit points. So it's even harder to kill you. And that's it. That's my setup for the gunner. And I hope this tutorial was very helpful. And I'm gonna showcase my little setup in a live gameplay the next time we meet. Take care, guys. Yo.